Hey internets, thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to go through No Such Thing from John Mayer, and make sure you stick around to the end because I have a promo video that I did of that song that helps me promote myself. Maybe you can do the same thing. Stick around. Okay, so as usual, I'm down in D, not drop D, but full D, a whole step down. So tune your guitar down, play along, and then you can tune it back up again to suit your vocal. I do this with all videos. I play live in this because I've got a low voice. Basically, that's why. Okay, so first chord. Now this is an E major 9, okay? It's an, played right up here on the neck here. So when I look at it, I often look at these dots which give me an indication of where I should play. So basically, when I don't think of this in terms of an E major 9. Whenever I play, I did when I first started playing it because I needed to learn it, but when I play live, I quickly just look at this dot and I go, I've got to straddle that. I've got to straddle that dot there. And that's how I visually play a lot of the stuff that I do. Okay, so I straddle that. It's an open D, right? And so that is an E major 9. Okay, so that is the first note. Right, so when he starts, he plays this. And then he just brings his pinky up here. So it's an E major 9 and just using your pinky on that D string there, right? Okay, so that's the rhythm. Now that's the rhythm. So we want to try and get into that rhythm. Throughout the whole song, it's pretty much like that. Okay, so the second chord is A major 9, okay? Now it's basically the exact same fingering, just move it up to there to the A, and we're droning on the... Now this one, just play the triad there, because the full A9 up here doesn't really sound as good. So we're just playing these three notes here, A major 9. So E major 9, A major 9. Putting the accent on the root note, and they're both open strings, so. Okay, so that's really simple. So I'm just going to play the intro. When he comes in on the vocal, it sounds like it's on a bit of an offbeat, but so rather than me explaining it, I just want you to count along 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and count it where it comes in the vocally, and you can work that out. So. To the real what you said to me. Okay, so that's where it comes in. Okay, so when he starts singing, the strumming kind of changes a little bit, backs off a little bit. So it goes, instead of going like this the whole time, it goes like this. Welcome to the real what you said to me, condescendingly. Take a seat. So, welcome to the real. Okay, so that's the rhythm you want to get under your fingers. Okay, so we've got the E major 9, the A major 9. John Mayer uses a different fingering for this, but I just play it as a C sharp minor down here. Okay, so. Welcome to the real, take a seat. Take your life. And then he goes up to here, which is okay, so that's the G position. It's actually, I think it's an E major 7th, but I think of it in terms of the G position. So put my fingers up here, I play that second position bar chord, okay? And all I'm thinking there is, okay, I've got to go up to that with that position, and all I'm doing there is going. Okay, I'm just playing these three notes, using that as the root, okay? So I'll just sing the vocals over that so you know where it is in context with the chords. Welcome to the real world, she said to me condescendingly. Take a seat, take your life, plot it out in black and white. So that bit there's very muted. You don't want to play that too open. Really staccato. See how my hand is sort of compressing it there to stop it. And then we're back to sort of open. Okay, so the second part of the verse is exactly the same as the first until it gets to after the C minor. So I'll show you where it is and then I'll explain it. Well, I never lived the dream of the prom kings and the drama queens. I'd like to think the best of me is still hiding up my sleeve. So this chord, I can't even remember what it's called, but this is how I play it. I think of it in terms of an A minor 7. So my fingers go here for your open A minor 7. And I'll put my ring finger on this. On its own, it sounds like a really bad chord, but it's a very clever one. So it's just... Now you can play through all the strings from the A down. So I think of it like an A minor. And that's the only difference there. So when I get to this bit, I'm just going, okay, it's an A minor, and I get to that bit, and all I'm doing here, moving this one, this C to a C sharp here, right? And then putting my little finger up here. So it's only one change at a time. You want to hold it there so that kind of rings out a little bit. Okay, so we've got... Right, great chord. Wouldn't have a clue what it is, but it sounds good. Okay, so after that we've got the pre-chorus bit, which goes, they love to tell you, stay inside the lines. Okay, so I'm playing, it's almost an A, all right, so, all right. So we've got the A here, my finger on the 2nd fret there, and my finger on the 4th fret with the next one. All right, so these are both the same. It's a B. All right. So when I play it, I'm trying to isolate these 4 strings in the middle. Okay, so when I play that, I'm not thinking notes other than the root note that I'm in. I'm just thinking of the pattern that happens after that, okay? Because you get very used to patterns after a while, and you won't be even thinking about notes, all right? So I'm droning. So they're all part of the scale, but you don't even have to know that if you know how many frets to go up. So here, I'm going up 2 frets, then I'm going up 3 frets, and then I'm going up here where I don't even count the frets because it's so far, but I'm still straddling that 12th fret there. So 2, 3, straddle. Now, it'd probably be a good idea to learn exactly where they were, and if I took 5 minutes, I could. But these are when you've got to think in a split second I'm not really bothering with notes. I find it easier to play visually. Okay, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there the same, so don't ask me what notes they are. I'm not going to bother finding out, because after you do it 100 times, you know exactly where you're going to be. Okay, so all right, so that's the rhythm. They love to tell you, stay inside the line. All right, so the second part of that comes down into an F sharp 7, okay? Now, a lot of you will be sort of playing bar chords like this, but as always, if you haven't seen my other videos, I use my thumb on that. So I'm playing the F sharp with my thumb. I'm muting the A string, and I've got the 7th shape there, which is, okay, so I play it like that. Sometimes with this I'll play it this way, because I've got to move my hands in a different way afterwards. So either way, if I'm going like this, that's an F sharp 7, okay? So this one goes, all right, so just had to have a bit of a vape there. Okay, so we've got the F sharp 7, and that moves into that second chord, right, which is the same as, so F sharp 7, and the only difference after that is this G sharp here that I'm going to put on the bottom there. So in context, it's okay. Now we're into the chorus, which goes like this. Now I'm just using triads here. Okay, so I'm using this here, this triad here. You can look at it like a major 7th there, like a F major 7th, or the 7th of that. Anyway, so just these 3 notes here. So I'm going from there, which is like a sus something, and then I'm going, and I'm just playing. That's basically a C, right? So, and then I'm going into this E major 9, which is kind of the same as that, but a different shape. Okay, so when I play that, I try not, I'm sort of muting this bottom E, and I'm using that one because it seems to be closer to the chord, but either way it will work. So this is a triad, that's a triad, and this is a 4-note chord. I'm gonna run through the halls of my high school, scream at the top of my lungs. I just found out there's no such thing as a real world, just a lie you got to rise above. Right? Chorus, easy. Okay, so then we get to the next verse. All right, so the next verse I think is pretty much the same. I'll just go through it quickly. so I don't miss anything. So the good boys and girls take the soul all the right track. Faded white hats, grabbing credits and debit transfers. They read all the books, but they can't find the answer. Go to their parents, they're getting older. Wonder if they'd wished for anything better. While in their memories, tiny tragedies. They love to tell you, stay inside the light. Something's better on the other side. I won't run through the halls in my high school, screaming at the top of my lungs. I just found out there's no such thing as a real world, just a lie you got to rise above. I am invincible. I am invincible. I am invincible as long as I'm alive. Okay, so we've got to, where have we got to? Okay, so we start with this, which is whatever this is. It's like an E, but upper fret, playing this these open strings, right? So think of this one like a C, which it is. It's actually C major 7th because that B is now, sorry, that C is now a B. So we start out. Right, that's all that is. So we're letting it all ring out at this point. And all that is, it's like a A. Well, it is an A, but I'm letting everything else ring out. It's still an A, right? Because if you look at an A here, all those are open. Sorry. So you can hit all of them. That's actually an A. It's not a full A, it's some kind of variation of an A, but it's a real droning sound, okay? So we've got back to the C, okay? Not the C major 7th, the C. So this just, so in context with the vocals we've got I am invincible. C to A. I am invincible. I am invincible. And then we go down to here, which is like a power chord G. Okay, so basically it's a power chord G with a few other notes there. Right, so I am invincible. I am invincible. I am invincible as long as I'm. So from that G, as long as I'm alive. Okay, so now we're going up to here. This is also an A, right? So we've got a droning A here, but over a F sharp minor, right? So this is the fingering. Okay, so I think you pretty much got that. Okay, so when I'm going to that bit after the G power chord, I'm thinking in my mind F sharp minor. okay, because just positionally speaking, I know I've got the A that I'm going to drone out. I'm just going, just to get my fingers in position, I'm thinking F sharp minor, because I know that dot there is where the F sharp minor is, right? So, and then these little patterns here, very familiar. You can hear that that's the root of the chord, right? So we've got 7, 6 is a minor. Anyway, that's another lesson. By the way, if you want me to give some lessons on a little bit of chord theory the way I know it, let me know in the comments, and I will, because I've got lots of little patterns that I use that are, you know, no-brainers for when you're in certain chords, but you really don't understand the notes. I've got a lot of patterns that will work if you know you're in a certain, for example, that F sharp minor, right? So I've got a lot of little things. If I'm in an F sharp, you know, if I'm in that position, I've got a lot of different places to go. And that's one of them, so that's just... That's how all these things kind of tie in after you've been playing a while. You go, oh, okay, well, what happens there? And I put my fingers there, and then you go, and then you recognise, oh, that's that pattern that I know. That's that pattern from that other thing I learned. So after a while, everything sort of comes in, and your learning kind of moves exponentially after that. Anyway, okay, so we've got that bit. And when it comes to that solo bit, you can either do the solo if you're learning a backing track, which will be... But if you're playing it acoustically, just keep playing that. So either way, right? So hang in there, we're almost finished, right? So after the solo bit, we're back into the chorus. So I get the lyrics mixed up because I heard John Mayer do a live performance. I was listening to a live performance of his, and he came in and he did this. And some of the older folks out there might realise what song it is, but instead of going, instead of doing the normal chorus where he sings, I want to run through the halls in my high school, he goes, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, then we'll take it higher. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, then we'll take it higher. I just can't wait till my 10-year reunion. I'm gonna bust down the double doors, and when I stand on these tables before you, you know what all this time is for. Okay, so he often does that with songs. It's very clever, but you know, just sing the chorus, which is you know what it is, run through the halls in my high school. All right, so basically, I think that's about it. Now, we've just got the ending left. So a couple of different ways to finish this. You can finish it just on the E major 9, like that, that's fine. Finish it with an E major 7, if you wanted. I prefer the E major 9, but you can also finish it. I think this is very similar to the way the electric guitar part finishes in the actual recorded version. So it goes something like this. Because sometimes I'll play this with a track and sometimes I won't. So and I'll finish it like that. Sort of is quite nice, I think. All right, so there you have it. There's the song. All right. I'm not going to rave on like I've been doing in other videos too much. I'm just going to give you the meat and eggs of it all. Okay. So if you have any comments, please let me know. Send me a message. Please like and subscribe and all that sort of jazz. As I said, I'm just starting. I'm just getting my feet off the ground here and see what happens after making, you know, a few videos. So please give me some feedback if you like it, if you don't like it, what you think I could concentrate on more, what would you get more out of it, stuff like that. So anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, my name's Todd, the dinner singer. I play events such as weddings, corporate events and private functions, and have done for the past 15 years or so. And I'd like to just play you a little sample of something that you might be able to expect on your event or your special day.
Welcome to the real world, she said to me, condescendingly. Take a seat, take your life, plot it out in black and white. Well, I never lived the dream of the prom kings and the drama queens. I'd like to think the best of me is still hiding up my sleeve. We love to tell you, stay inside the light. Something's better on the other side. I wanna run through the halls in my high school, scream at the top of my lungs. I just found out there's no such thing as a real world, just a lie you got to rise above. So the good boys and girls take the so-called right track, faded white hats, grabbing credits and maybe transfers. They read all the books but they can't find the answers. And all of our parents, they're getting older, wonder if they wished for anything better, while in their memories, tiny tragedies. We love to tell you, stay inside the light. Something's better on the other side. I wanna run through the halls in my high school, scream at the top of my lungs. I just found out there's no such thing as a real world, just a lie you got to rise above. I am invincible, I am invincible, I am invincible as long as I'm alive. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, then we'll take it higher. I just can't wait till my 10-year reunion. I'm gonna bust down the double doors, and when I stand on these tables before you, you know what all this time is for.
For any inquiries, please contact me on any of the details you see inside this video. Thanks for watching.